Hello, welcome,
Hi.
my friend. It is August 4th, and today we're going to discuss no blame, just focus. Epictetus says, you must stop blaming God and not blame any person. You must completely control your desire and shift your avoidance to what lies within your reasoned choice. You must no longer feel anger, resentment, envy, or regret. I love that he lists blaming God first.
Oh yeah, because that's yeah,
That is a big
I feel like that's that's where many people go, right? Blaming it on this thing that
anger, resentment, envy, or regret.
But he's saying not any person. That includes us, right?
Yes, so
nobody, including us. It's just
including myself or
right.
any other person.
Yeah.
And I'm blaming somebody else when I'm thinking about how I want somebody else to be different. Because in that moment, I could be thinking about how I want myself to be different. But instead, I'm thinking about how somebody else should be different.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting worked up about it. I'm feeling the anger, the resentment, the envy, the regret.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, no, like in every situation, anytime I want to say, oh, this person should change or this situation should change, that is me negating my own responsibility to say, well, how am I gonna change and show up differently given that this person is the way they are, or given that this situation is the way that it is? And that puts me in like a totally different frame of mind when I like catch myself in it and actually shift into that other way of thinking.
Anything else?
I'm just like feeling kind of like that poison, like this like poisonous kind of emotional feeling that blame like brings up in me, because I know blame really well. Like my brain was like brought up in a blame environment, and so like I've been trained to always see like what's wrong with someone else, something else, the situation, and
You're
like
an expert. You're an expert on recognizing what's wrong
with everything else besides me.
Outside of you.
Yeah.
Welcome to the club.
So, and I'm just like feeling like that it's like, I really feel like if I can let go of blame, like so much stress in my life would be eliminated.
How would you do that? Wouldn't that be maybe
like there's just like there's so
habits,
much
maybe some
yeah, I mean
habits.
it's like investigating and becoming aware of it, because it's like, okay, let's say I'm disappointed in I'm so disappointed in these results that I'm getting in business or something. Okay, well, like, why am I disappointed in these results? Like the first round of thoughts around that question is all about like, oh, well, like these people aren't doing this, or like the situation sucks, and like poor me.
Everything outside, or if it's inside, it's poor me, or
I'm trying so hard, like
or maybe even a blame then, right? Me stupid,
totally.
Me lazy, me all of those things. Yeah, so it's just blaming everything outside of the ego, right? Or the the thing that's talking in there, right? even if we're not speaking, that whatever that thing is talking in there, right? That's judging. Yeah, that thing is blame. That thing is the one that's blaming. You know, it's blaming things on other things, and everything is outside of here. And if only things could be different, more like the way I wish they would be. Yeah, very, very. Yeah, that's very known. Those voices are very, very well known.
But that's all I got.
That's great. Yeah, let's go read Ryan then.
Okay. Ryan says, Nelson Mandela was imprisoned for resistance to the brutal apartheid regime in South Africa for 27 years. For 18 of those years, he had a bucket for a toilet, a hard cot in a small cell, and once a year he was allowed a single visitor for 30 minutes. It was vicious treatment meant to isolate and break down the prisoners. And yet, in spite of that, Mandela became a figure of dignity within the prison. Though he was deprived of many things, he still found creative ways to assert his will. As one of his fellow prisoners, Neville Alexander, explained to Frontline, he always made the point, if they say you must run, insist on walking. If they say you must walk fast, insist on walking slowly. That was the whole point. We are going to set the terms. He pretended to jump rope and shadow boxed to stay in shape. He held his head higher than other prisoners, encouraged them that when times got tough, and always retained his sense of self-assurance. That self-assurance is yours to claim as well. No matter what happens today, no matter where you find yourself, shift to what lies within your reasoned choices. Ignore as best you can the emotions that pop up, which would be so easy to distract yourself with. Don't get emotional, get focused. Don't get emotional, get focused. Sounds like the thing from yesterday where it's like our brain is programmed to so quickly hit that emotional response. And so then what you're saying is like, do nothing during that time, like wait to push a different button or that button, but like just wait.
Just wait.
And the waiting.
We're insert a pause. It's like,
and the waiting is what he's talking about with the get focused. Like don't get emotional, get focused.
Yeah, because maybe that's the button that gets pushed. It's the focus button. Instead of anger, sadness, disappointment, overreaction, exaggeration, jealousy, envy, right? Maybe it's this one, focus, right? But we never go to that one because that one is all dusted up over there in the corner. We never pressed it. We haven't pressed it in a long time, right? So it's sometimes something falls on it and it's like, whoa, okay, there's some results. But we never purposefully press it, right? And why? Well, we're not used to pressing it. So how do we get used to it? Well, you can't just start going there. No. You're myelinated to press all these other buttons. So insert a pause, right? Instead of like, I'm about to press it. Okay. I said that I'm going to put a pause in this. Okay, so now I'm pausing. I don't know why. Why am I pausing? I don't know. Oh, hey, maybe there's that other dusty button that I need to push, right? And so this is where maybe that idea comes in to push a different button, right? Or different reaction, or use a different reaction, if you will. Yeah, because using reaction to be calm, right? Like pressing the calm button. I'm gonna be calm about it, and or I'm gonna focus on what's at stake here, what's essentially here, and not use emotion, but use focus as an emotion or something, right? So there are all these different options that don't have to cause fire on the roof, right? They could be calm, they could be exploratory, yeah, And then, asking questions, being more interested in what this is about. But calmness somewhere has to happen with that pause, because if the calmness is not recognized, then the wrong button gets pushed, and then coming back to calmness is we're past the decision. Now it's the result of that decision, right? So that's not ideal. Anyway, good stuff. Sweet.
Let's wrap it up. See you tomorrow.